Welcome to the exclusive summary of the Master Key System by Charles F. Haanel. This book, considered a masterpiece of personal and mental development, takes us to explore the unlimited power of the mind and how to harness it to transform our lives. Through his teachings, we will learn to connect our mind with the creative energy of the universe, to apply the law of attraction effectively, and to build a life full of purpose, abundance, and success. This is a long, detailed summary created exclusively by Audiomentors, designed for you to absorb the entire essence of the book, even if you don't have time to read it in its entirety. Here you will not only find powerful ideas, but also practical strategies to apply them in your daily life. Each chapter is a key to unlock the infinite potential within you. If you have not yet subscribed to our Audiomentors channel, this is the perfect time to do so. Like, subscribe, and share this content. We want to accompany you on this journey of learning and transformation, and with your support, we will continue to create more quality content to help you achieve your goals. Prepare your mind to absorb these teachings and put them into practice to become the architect of your destiny. The key to your success is in your hands, and with this summary, you will learn how to use it effectively. Thanks for being here. Let's start with the first chapter of the Master Key System. Chapter 1. Introduction to the Power of the Mind. Charles F. Haanel begins the Master Key System with a transformative revelation. Thought is the most powerful force we possess and is the key to unlocking the unlimited potential of our lives. According to Haanel, everything we are, what we do, and what we experience is a direct result of the thoughts we hold in our minds. This principle, when fully understood, has the power to transform not only our perspective, but also our circumstances and our destiny. Haanel explains that thinking is not a passive or simply reflective activity. It is an active and creative force that shapes the world around us. Everything that exists in the physical world began as an idea, a thought that was then translated into action. From great technological advances to small everyday achievements, everything is a product of the human mind's ability to imagine, plan, and execute. This same power resides within each of us, waiting to be harnessed and directed toward our goals and aspirations. The author introduces the concept of the universal law of cause and effect, where thought acts as the fundamental cause of everything we experience. Each thought generates a vibration that triggers a chain of events that manifest in our lives. If our thoughts are positive, constructive, and focused, the effects we experience will be favorable, harmonious, and enriching. On the other hand, if our thoughts are filled with fear, doubt, or negativity, the results, they will be limiting and adverse. Understanding this law allows us to take full control of our circumstances and make conscious decisions to shape our reality. Haanel delves into the nature of the mind, dividing it into two main parts, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. The conscious mind is the active and deliberate part, responsible for analyzing, deciding, and choosing. This is where our power to direct thoughts lies. On the other hand, the subconscious mind is like an automatic mechanism that acts based on the instructions it receives from the conscious mind. It is infinitely powerful, but lacks the ability to discern. It simply acts on what it is fed, whether positive or negative. The author emphasizes that many people live in a state of mental inattention, allowing random and negative thoughts to dominate their conscious mind. This leads to a cycle of destructive patterns that limit your potential. However, Haanel argues that by training our conscious mind to choose thoughts aligned with our goals and values, we can reprogram the subconscious mind to act as a powerful force for our goals. This process requires discipline and constant practice, but the results are transformative. Another fundamental point that Haanel addresses in this chapter is the connection between the individual mind and the universal mind. It describes the universal mind as an infinite source of power, creativity, and intelligence that is available to everyone. This connection is not something we must create, but something that already exists naturally. However, many are not aware of this connection due to the barriers they build in their minds, such as fear, doubt, and negativity. By removing these barriers and aligning our thoughts with the principles of the universal mind, we can access a level of clarity, inspiration, and power that transcends our personal limitations. Conscious, Directed thought not only creates a connection with the universal mind, but also acts as a tool to transform our external circumstances. Haanel explains that thoughts are magnetic and have the ability to attract people, situations, and opportunities that are in tune with them. This principle is the basis of what is known as the law of attraction. However, the author emphasizes that it is not enough to think positively in a superficial way. It is necessary to combine these thoughts with coherent and consistent actions so that they materialize into tangible results. The importance of focus and concentration is another central theme in this chapter. Haanel compares a scattered mind to a river without a defined channel. Its energy is lost, and it does not have enough strength to generate a significant impact. Instead, a focused mind acts like a channeled river, capable of moving mountains and overcoming obstacles. Cultivating concentration allows us to direct our energy toward our goals with precision and effectiveness, eliminating distractions that divert us from our purpose. Positive thinking is one of the first practices that Haanel recommends to begin activating the power of the mind. Thinking positively does not mean ignoring problems or living in a state of denial, but rather approaching challenges with an attitude of confidence, determination, and gratitude. This type of thinking not only elevates our mental vibration, but also influences our perception and the actions we take, creating a domino effect of positive results. Finally, Haanel emphasizes that the path to mastery of thinking requires time, practice, and patience. It is not a process that happens overnight, but each small step towards conscious control of the mind generates a significant change in our lives. The author encourages us to observe our thoughts carefully, to replace negative ones with positive ones, and to practice daily visualizing our goals as if they were already achieved. This chapter closes with a powerful invitation to action. Charles F. Haanel reminds us that we have immense power within us, waiting to be activated. By taking responsibility for our thoughts and learning to direct them toward good, success, and abundance, we become the conscious architects of our lives. The key, according to Haanel, is not in changing the outside world, but in transforming our minds so that the outside world is a reflection of our highest vision. This is the first step on the journey to personal mastery and total fulfillment. Chapter 2. The relationship between the inner and outer worlds. Charles F. Haanel begins this chapter by establishing an essential principle. The external world we experience is a direct reflection of our internal world. This means that our external circumstances, our relationships, and our experiences are the result of the thoughts, emotions, and beliefs that predominate in our minds. According to Haanel, understanding and harnessing this connection allows us to transform our reality from the inside out. Haanel explains that the inner world is made up of our conscious and unconscious thoughts, our emotions, beliefs, and deepest desires. This inner world acts as the cause, while the outer world is the effect. Everything that happens in our lives has its origin in the state of our mind, and by changing this state, we can change our circumstances. The author emphasizes that the inner world is the true origin of creative power. It is in our mind where ideas are generated, decisions are made, and the emotions that drive our actions are activated. These actions, in turn, influence the outside world, creating results that reflect the content of our mind. Therefore, mastery of the inner world is the key to achieving success, happiness, and fulfillment. Haanel introduces the idea that the outside world is nothing more than a mirror of the inside. If we experience chaos, difficulties, or dissatisfaction in our life, this indicates that our inner world is disordered or dominated by negative thoughts. On the contrary, when we cultivate a state of mind of peace, confidence, and clarity, our external circumstances begin to align with this state. The author also addresses the role of the subconscious mind in this relationship. It explains that the subconscious mind acts as a channel that translates thoughts and emotions from the inner world into physical manifestations in the outer world. The subconscious mind does not question or discriminate. It simply executes the instructions it receives from the mind. Aware. For this reason, it is crucial to feed the subconscious mind with positive and constructive thoughts. Haanel points out that many people try to change their lives by focusing solely on the outside world. They seek to improve their circumstances without addressing the underlying causes in their mind. This approach, although it may produce temporary results, is not sustainable in the long term as it does not address the root of the problem. True transformation begins when we focus on changing our inner world, which is inevitably reflected in our environment. The author introduces a key concept, the law of correspondence, which states that as within, so without. This universal law reminds us that we cannot experience anything in the outside world that we have not first cultivated within ourselves. For example, if we want to experience love and harmony in our relationships, we must first cultivate these feelings in our hearts. If we want prosperity, we must adopt an abundance mentality. Haanel emphasizes the importance of introspection and self-observation to understand the state of our inner world. It invites us to honestly examine our thoughts and emotions and identify patterns that may be blocking our progress. This practice of self-exploration not only helps us become aware of our limiting beliefs, but also gives us the opportunity to replace them with thoughts and attitudes that are aligned with our goals. Another crucial point that Haanel addresses is the role of gratitude in the relationship between the inner and outer world. Gratitude, according to the author, is one of the most powerful tools to transform our inner world and, therefore, our external reality. When we practice gratitude, we focus our minds on what we already have and what we value, creating a state of mind of abundance that attracts even more reasons to be grateful. The author also mentions the impact of visualization on this relationship. It explains that visualizing our goals and dreams with clarity and emotion activates the creative power of the subconscious mind and connects it with the universal mind. This practice not only strengthens our confidence that our goals are achievable, but also sends a clear signal to the universe to help us manifest them. Haanel concludes this chapter by highlighting that mastering the inner world is not an instantaneous process, but rather a path of continuous learning and growth. Every day, every thought, and every decision gives us the opportunity to align our inner world with the reality we wish to create. The key is constant practice and the determination to take control of our mind and direct it towards good. The final message of this chapter is clear. The power to transform our lives is within us. By understanding and harnessing the relationship between the inner and outer worlds, we can become the conscious creators of our reality. This principle gives us the freedom to choose our destiny and the responsibility to build a life that reflects our highest aspirations. Chapter 3. The Subconscious, Source of Power and Creativity. Charles F. Haanel dedicates this chapter to exploring the nature and power of the subconscious mind, one of the most influential and least understood forces in the human being. According to the author, the subconscious mind is an infinite reservoir of creativity, energy, and wisdom that constantly operates in the background, shaping our lives according to the instructions it receives from the conscious mind. Learning to understand and direct this force is essential to unlocking our full potential and transforming our reality. Haanel describes the subconscious mind as the silent builder of our lives. Unlike the conscious mind, which acts deliberately and analytically, the subconscious mind works automatically and effortlessly. Its main function is to execute the orders it receives from the conscious mind, whether positive or negative. However, the subconscious mind does not discriminate or evaluate. He simply acts according to what is presented to him. The author highlights that the subconscious mind is responsible for a wide range of functions in our lives, from regulating the body's automatic processes, such as breathing and heart rate, to manifesting our beliefs, thoughts, and emotions in the outside world. This means that the thought patterns that dominate our conscious mind have a direct impact on our experiences and circumstances. Haanel emphasizes that the subconscious mind has a much greater scope than the conscious mind. It is capable of processing vast amounts of information, accessing stored knowledge, and connecting with the universal mind to receive inspiration and ideas. This creative power is unlimited, but it can only be harnessed if we learn to direct the conscious mind appropriately. The author emphasizes that the subconscious mind works mainly through repetition and emotion. The thoughts that we constantly repeat, especially those that are loaded with strong emotions, become recorded in the subconscious as beliefs and behavioral patterns. For example, if we constantly think that we are not good enough, the subconscious mind will take this as truth and act accordingly, limiting our opportunities and results. On the other hand, if we feed our subconscious mind with positive thoughts, affirmations, and visualizations, we begin to reprogram our internal patterns to align them with our goals and aspirations. Haanel explains that this reprogramming is not instantaneous, but with consistency and practice, we can completely transform our beliefs and our reality. A key point that Haanel addresses is the connection between the subconscious mind and our emotions. It explains that emotions act as a catalyst that amplifies the power of thoughts in the subconscious mind. Thoughts loaded with positive emotions, such as gratitude, love, and trust, have a much deeper impact than neutral or emotionless thoughts. Likewise, negative emotions, such as fear, anger, and doubt, can also program the subconscious mind, but with detrimental results. The author introduces the practice of visualization as a powerful tool for accessing and directing the subconscious mind. By imagining our goals clearly and emotionally, we send a clear message to the subconscious about what we want to achieve. This practice not only strengthens our confidence in our abilities, but also activates the creative forces of the subconscious to help us manifest our goals in the physical world. Another important aspect that Haanel mentions is the influence of beliefs on the subconscious mind. Many of the beliefs we hold were formed during childhood or through past experiences, and these beliefs act as a filter that determines how we perceive the world and how we act in it. Identifying and challenging these limiting beliefs is essential to unlocking the power of the subconscious and reaching our full potential. Haanel also addresses the relationship between the subconscious mind and the universal mind. It explains that the subconscious mind acts as a channel that connects us to this infinite source of power and creativity. When we learn to direct our subconscious mind toward positive thoughts and goals, we open this channel and allow inspiration, ideas, and opportunities to flow toward us. The chapter concludes with a reflection on the importance of taking responsibility for the thoughts and emotions we allow into our minds. Haanel reminds us that the subconscious mind does not discriminate. He simply acts on what is presented to him. Therefore, we have the power and responsibility to feed our minds with ideas, beliefs, and visions that reflect what we truly want to experience in life. Ultimately, Haanel leaves us with a message of hope. We all have access to the unlimited power of the subconscious mind. By learning to understand, direct, and consciously use it, we can transform our lives in ways that previously seemed impossible. This chapter invites us to take control of this powerful tool and use it to build a life full of purpose, abundance, and success. Chapter 4. The Law of Attraction and its application. In this chapter, Charles F. Haanel delves into one of the most well-known and, at the same time, most misunderstood principles, the Law of Attraction. Haanel explains that this universal principle constantly operates in our lives, attracting to us people, circumstances, and experiences that are in harmony with our predominant thoughts. According to the author, understanding and applying this law consciously is key to manifesting our desires and achieving our goals. Haanel begins by describing how the law of attraction works at a fundamental level. Everything in the universe, including our minds, vibrates at a specific frequency. Thoughts, being forms of energy, emit vibrations that resonate with similar frequencies in the environment. This resonance process explains why our circumstances. External thoughts tend to reflect the state of our mind. Positive thoughts attract positive experiences, while negative thoughts generate unfavorable outcomes. The author emphasizes that the law of attraction is not a mystical idea or a concept based on chance. It is a universal law as precise as the law of gravity. The difference is that the law of attraction operates in the mental and emotional realm, shaping our circumstances according to the quality of our thoughts. By understanding this law, we can take control of our experiences and begin to deliberately create the life we desire. Haanel stresses the importance of clear intention and mental focus in the attraction process. He explains that many people fail to manifest their desires because their thoughts are scattered or contradictory. For example, a person may desire prosperity, but if their thoughts are dominated by fear of scarcity, the the vibration they emit will be in conflict with their desire. For the law of attraction to work, our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs must be in total alignment with what we want to attract. Another key point the author addresses is the role of emotions in the attraction process. Haanel explains that emotions act as amplifiers for thoughts. A thought loaded with strong emotions, such as enthusiasm, gratitude, or love, has a much greater impact on the attraction process than a neutral thought. For this reason, it is essential to cultivate positive emotions and link them to our goals in order to accelerate their manifestation. The author introduces the practice of visualization as an essential tool for applying the law of attraction. By imagining our goals with clarity, detail, and emotion, we create a mental image that serves as a blueprint for our subconscious mind. This mental image, reinforced with positive emotions, begins to influence our actions and decisions, attracting the circumstances necessary to make it a reality. Haanel emphasizes that visualization should be a constant and deliberate process, not something that is done occasionally or superficially. Haanel also addresses the common barriers that prevent many people from taking advantage of the law of attraction. One of these barriers is doubt. He explains that doubt acts as a contradictory thought that nullifies the power of our intention. When we doubt our ability to achieve something or the effectiveness of the law of attraction, we emit a vibration that is in conflict with our desire, making it difficult to manifest. Faith and trust are essential to overcome this barrier. Another common obstacle is a focus on lack. Haanel warns that many people focus more on what they don't have than on what they want, which perpetuates the state of scarcity. To counteract this, he recommends practicing gratitude as a means of changing our vibration. By focusing on what we already have and being thankful for it, we emit an energy of abundance that attracts even more reasons to feel grateful. The author emphasizes that the law of attraction does not work in isolation. It must be combined with action. He explains that while thoughts and emotions are crucial, they must be accompanied by coherent actions that are aligned with our goals. Action not only reinforces our intentions, but also creates the necessary conditions for the law of attraction to operate effectively. Haanel concludes the chapter with a call to consciously practice the law of attraction. It encourages us to observe our thoughts, emotions, and actions to ensure they are aligned with what we wish to attract. She also suggests spending time daily on visualization, gratitude, and positive affirmation as ways to reinforce our intentions and keep us at the right frequency. The final message of this chapter is clear. We are the magnets that attract our reality. By understanding and applying the law of attraction, we can take control of our circumstances and begin to deliberately create a life that reflects our highest aspirations. The key is to think, feel, and act in alignment with our goals, fully trusting in the power of this universal law to manifest our desires. Chapter 5. The Mind as an Instrument of Transformation. In this chapter, Charles F. Haanel delves into the power of the mind as the main instrument to transform our lives. He explains that the human mind, when used in a conscious and directed way, has the ability to overcome any obstacle, create new opportunities, and achieve any goal. This chapter is a guide to understanding how to harness the limitless potential of the mind to shape our reality according to our highest aspirations. Haanel begins by describing the mind as a multifaceted tool that operates on two main levels, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. The conscious mind is our tool for deliberate thinking, analysis, and decision. It allows us to choose what to focus on and how to interpret circumstances. On the other hand, the subconscious mind acts as the executor, translating our predominant beliefs and thoughts into tangible results. Balance and cooperation between both parts of the mind are essential to achieve personal transformation. The author emphasizes that the conscious mind has the power to direct and reprogram the subconscious mind. Every thought we allow into our conscious mind acts like a seed that eventually germinates in the subconscious. If we sow positive and constructive thoughts, these become patterns of behavior and positive results. However, if we allow negative or limiting thoughts to dominate our conscious mind, they will result in obstacles and difficulties in our lives. A key concept that Haanel addresses is that of the mind as a channel between us and the universal mind. It explains that our individual mind is connected to an infinite source of power, creativity, and wisdom. When we learn to attune our mind to this universal mind, we gain access to ideas, solutions, and inspiration that transcend our individual capabilities. This connection is possible when we eliminate mental barriers such as doubt, fear, and limiting thinking. Haanel emphasizes that thought is the most powerful creative force we possess. Everything we experience in our lives began as a thought. Therefore, by taking control of our thoughts, we can take control of our circumstances. The author encourages us to practice mental discipline, observing our thoughts and replacing those that are not aligned with our goals with others that reinforce our aspirations. The author also introduces the concept of mental transformation through visualization. Visualization, according to Haanel, is a powerful tool for reprogramming the subconscious mind and activating the creative process. By imagining our goals clearly and in detail, we send a clear message to the subconscious mind about what we want to achieve. This practice not only strengthens our confidence in our abilities, but also helps us maintain focus on our long-term goals. Another important aspect of this chapter is the importance of faith in the transformation process. Haanel explains that faith is not simply a blind belief, but an unwavering confidence in our ability to overcome obstacles and achieve our goals. Faith acts as a bridge between thought and action, providing the energy and determination needed to persevere even in times of difficulty. The author emphasizes that the mind is not only an instrument for personal change, but also a tool for influencing the environment. It explains that our thoughts and emotions generate vibrations that affect the people and circumstances around us. For this reason, cultivating positive thoughts not only benefits our lives, but also creates a positive impact on those around us. Haanel also addresses the role of repetition in the process of mental transformation. It explains that the thoughts and patterns that we constantly repeat in our mind become mental habits that determine our actions and results. Therefore, practicing positive thoughts and visualizations regularly is essential to creating lasting change. The chapter concludes with a call to action. Take control of our mind and use it as the powerful tool that it is. Haanel reminds us that the mind has no limits except those that we ourselves impose on it. By learning to direct our thoughts, we can overcome any challenge, achieve our most ambitious goals, and live a life full of purpose and meaning. The central message of this chapter is clear. The mind is the most powerful instrument for personal transformation and the creation of our reality. By mastering it, we can unlock our unlimited potential and build a life that reflects our deepest aspirations. The key is to think consciously, cultivate positive thoughts, and act in alignment with our goals, fully trusting in the transformative power of our mind. Chapter 6. The Solar Plexus. Vital Energy Center. In this chapter, Charles F. Haanel presents the solar plexus as one of the most important sources of power in the human body, both physically and spiritually. This center, energy, located in the abdominal region, is described as the link between the subconscious mind and the physical body, as well as the channel through which the vital energy that sustains life flows. Haanel explains that by understanding and activating the potential of the solar plexus, we can access unlimited force to transform our lives. The author begins by describing the solar plexus as a key point of the nervous system that has a profound impact on our health, vitality, and emotional well-being. He explains that this center acts as an energy distributor, sending life force to all parts of the body. However, its function is not limited to the physical. It also plays a crucial role in our mental and emotional life. Haanel states that the solar plexus is closely connected to the subconscious mind. It is through this center that thoughts and emotions are translated into physical and energetic responses. For example, thoughts of fear or worry can cause a contraction in the solar plexus, resulting in tension, fatigue, and energy blockages. On the other hand, thoughts of trust, love, and gratitude relax and activate this center, allowing energy to flow freely and strengthening the body and mind. The author emphasizes the importance of maintaining the solar plexus in a healthy and balanced state. He explains that when this center is blocked or inactive, we feel weak, unmotivated, and disconnected from our purpose. However, when it is activated and functioning correctly, we experience a feeling of energy, vitality, and connection to our inner strength. This state allows us to face life's challenges with confidence and determination. Haanel introduces several practices to activate and balance the solar plexus. One of the most important is positive thinking. Explain that constructive and optimistic thoughts generate a vibration that stimulates this energy center, while negative thoughts block it. Cultivating a positive mindset not only strengthens the solar plexus, but also improves our physical and emotional health. Mindful breathing is another key practice that Haanel mentions. He explains that deep, controlled breathing not only oxygenates the body, but also activates the solar plexus, releasing tension and revitalizing the energy system. He suggests spending time daily practicing conscious breathing as a way to keep the center in balance. The author also addresses the connection between the solar plexus and our emotions. Explain that this center is extremely sensitive to our emotional responses. Emotions such as fear, anger, and anxiety have a debilitating effect, while emotions such as gratitude, love, and inner peace strengthen it. Learning to manage our emotions and respond to situations calmly and positively is essential to keeping this center active and healthy. Haanel emphasizes that the solar plexus is not only an individual energy source, but also a channel through which we connect with universal energy. He explains that this center acts as a bridge between our subconscious mind and the universal mind, allowing us to access an infinite source of power, creativity, and wisdom. When we learn to tune our solar plexus with this universal energy, we experience a profound transformation in all aspects of our life. The author introduces the concept of self-confidence as an essential factor to activate the solar plexus. He explains that confidence is not just a mental attitude, but an energetic force that originates from this center. When we believe in ourselves and our abilities, we generate a vibration that strengthens the solar plexus and attracts opportunities and resources that support us in our goals. The chapter concludes with a call to action. Consciously care for and activate the solar plexus as a way to access our inner power and transform our lives. Haanel encourages us to practice positive thoughts, manage our emotions constructively, and maintain a constant connection with universal energy through this center. The final message of this chapter is clear. The solar plexus is the engine of our vitality, creativity, and spiritual connection. By caring for and activating it, we not only strengthen our physical and emotional health, but we also unlock infinite power to manifest our dreams and live in alignment with our highest purpose. This center, when understood and used correctly, becomes a powerful tool for personal transformation and achieving self-realization. Chapter 7. How to Cultivate Serenity and Harmony. Indiana. This chapter, Charles F. Haanel addresses the importance of serenity and harmony as foundations for a full, balanced, and successful life. According to the author, these mental states are not only desirable qualities, but essential conditions to release the creative power of the mind and connect with universal forces. Haanel explains that by learning to cultivate serenity and harmony, we can overcome difficulties, make clearer decisions, and stay aligned with our goals. Haanel begins by pointing out that serenity is not the absence of problems or conflicts, but rather the ability to remain calm and clear even in the midst of difficulties. Serenity is a state of mind that allows us to observe our circumstances objectively without being dominated by fear, anger, or anxiety. It is, in essence, the starting point for making wise decisions and acting effectively. The author connects serenity with the control of thoughts. He explains that many people lose inner peace because they allow their minds to be dominated by negative thoughts, doubts, and worries. These thinking patterns not only create stress, but they also block our ability to solve problems and move toward our goals. Cultivating serenity involves learning to observe our thoughts, discarding those that do not serve us, and replacing them with positive and constructive thoughts. Haanel emphasizes that serenity is not something that happens by chance. It is the result of a conscious and disciplined effort. One of the most effective practices to cultivate serenity, according to the author, is meditation. Dedicating time daily to calm the mind and focus on the present moment helps us develop the ability to respond to calmly rather than reacting impulsively. Meditation also connects us with our inner strength and the universal mind, strengthening our confidence and clarity. The author introduces the concept of harmony as an essential complement to serenity. While serenity refers to our internal state of mind, harmony manifests itself in our relationships and our interaction with the environment. Haanel explains that harmony arises when we live in alignment with universal principles such as love, justice, and generosity. This alignment not only improves our relationships with others, but also creates a constant flow of positive energy in our lives. Haanel points out that one of the biggest obstacles to harmony is selfishness. When we act from a place of selfishness, we create friction in our relationships and disconnection from the world. On the contrary, when we practice altruism and empathy, we strengthen our ties with others and create an environment of cooperation and mutual support. Harmony, according to the author, not only benefits those around us, but also gives us a feeling of peace and satisfaction. The author also addresses how negative emotions, such as anger and resentment, destroy both serenity and harmony. He explains that these emotions generate internal and external tensions that block our creative energy and limit our possibilities for success. To overcome these emotions, Haanel suggests practicing forgiveness and gratitude. Forgiveness frees us from the emotional burdens of the past, while gratitude helps us focus on the positive and attract more reasons to be grateful. Another key aspect of the chapter is the connection between serenity and self-confidence. Haanel explains that serenity is not a sign of weakness, but rather a manifestation of inner strength. When we are at peace with ourselves and our circumstances, we radiate an energy of confidence that allows us to face any challenge with determination. This confidence also inspires those around us, strengthening our relationships and our impact on the world. The author introduces the idea that serenity and harmony are necessary to activate the creative power of the subconscious mind. A mind disturbed by stress and negativity cannot fully access the creative energy and wisdom of the universal mind. In contrast, a calm and harmonious mind acts as a clean and open channel, allowing ideas, solutions, and opportunities to flow to us unhindered. Haanel concludes the chapter with a call to cultivate serenity and harmony as daily practices. It encourages us to dedicate time each day to meditation, self-observation, and the practice of gratitude. It also suggests that we look for opportunities to act with love and generosity, strengthening harmony in our relationships and in our lives in general. The central message of this chapter is clear: serenity and harmony are the foundations for a full and successful life. By cultivating them, we not only transform our internal experience, but also our external circumstances. These mental states allow us to maintain control in the midst of challenges, build more meaningful relationships, and unleash the full potential of our minds. Serenity and harmony are ultimately the keys to living in alignment with universal laws and achieving our highest aspirations. Chapter 8. The fundamentals of creative visualization. In this chapter, Charles F. Haanel introduces one of the most powerful and transformative concepts in the Master Key System, creative visualization. According to Haanel, visualization is the process by which we can shape our ideas, goals, and aspirations in our mind, and then manifest them in the physical world. It is an essential tool for directing the creative power of the subconscious mind and turning our intentions into reality. Haanel begins by explaining that everything that exists in the physical world first began as a mental image. Great inventions, works of art, successful businesses, and lives full of purpose were born from the human ability to imagine something that did not yet exist. This principle is fundamental to understanding how creative visualization allows us to shape our circumstances and design the life we want. The author highlights that the subconscious mind responds especially powerfully to mental images. The conscious mind can analyze, reason, and question, but the subconscious operates as an automatic mechanism that acts on the images presented to it. By visualizing our goals with clarity and detail, we create a mental model that the subconscious mind uses as a guide to guide our actions and attract the resources necessary for their realization. Haanel explains that creative visualization is not simply imagining something vaguely or fleetingly. It is a deliberate process that requires focus, clarity, and repetition. The mental image should be clear, detailed, and specific, like a blueprint an architect uses to construct a building. The more accurate our visualization is, the more effective the manifestation process will be. A fundamental aspect that Haanel addresses is the importance of emotions in creative visualization. Mental images loaded with strong emotions, such as enthusiasm, gratitude, or confidence, have a much greater impact on the subconscious mind than neutral images. For this reason, it is essential to associate positive emotions with our visualizations to reinforce their power and accelerate their manifestation. The author suggests that visualization be practiced regularly, ideally in a calm and relaxed state. He explains that meditation is an excellent tool to prepare the mind for visualization, as it helps us clear the mind of distractions and enter a receptive state. During visualization, we should imagine our goals as if they were already accomplished, experiencing the joy and satisfaction they would bring us. Haanel also addresses common mistakes people make when practicing visualization. One of the most common is to focus on what they don't want instead of what they want. For example, envisioning a debt-free life continues to focus attention on debts, while visualizing financial abundance puts the emphasis on the solution. The author emphasizes that we must focus exclusively on the positive results we want to achieve. Another common mistake is lack of consistency. Haanel explains that creative visualization is not something you do once and forget about. It is an ongoing process that requires repetition and commitment. By repeating our visualizations, we strengthen the neural connections in our mind and send clear and consistent signals to the subconscious about our intentions. The author introduces the concept of the law of attraction applied to visualization. He explains that by creating a clear, emotionally charged mental image, we activate the law of attraction to attract people, circumstances, and opportunities that are in harmony with that image. However, visualization must be accompanied by coherent action. Action not only reinforces our intentions, but also creates the necessary conditions for our goals to materialize. Haanel concludes this chapter by highlighting that creative visualization is not only a tool for achieving material goals, but also for developing virtues and improving our overall quality of life. We can use it to cultivate qualities such as patience, trust, and love, creating a more balanced and meaningful life. The final message of this chapter is clear. Creative visualization is the key to unlocking the power of the mind and turning our aspirations into reality. By practicing it with focus, emotion, and consistency, we can reprogram our subconscious mind, align our actions with our goals, and attract the conditions necessary to manifest our intentions. This process not only transforms our external circumstances, but also our inner lives, allowing us to live with purpose and fulfillment. Chapter 9. The mental construction process. In this chapter, Charles F. Haanel delves into the concept of mental construction, the process by which we can consciously design our lives by aligning our thoughts, emotions, and actions with our highest goals. Haanel describes mental construction as an art and science that requires focus, discipline, and a clear understanding of universal principles. This chapter is a practical guide to using the mind as a powerful creative tool. Haanel begins by explaining that everything in life begins as an idea, a mental plane. Just as an architect designs a building before constructing it, we too must create a clear and detailed vision of what we want to achieve before manifesting it in the physical world. This mental plane acts as a roadmap that guides our actions and decisions towards achieving our goals. The author emphasizes that the key to mental construction is clarity. We must have a specific and well-defined vision of what we want to achieve. A vague or imprecise goal produces equally indefinite results. For example, instead of wanting to be successful, we must define what success means to us in concrete terms, whether it is achieving a specific level of income, start a project, improve our relationships, or develop a particular skill. Once we have a clear vision, Haanel explains that we must feed it with positive and constructive thoughts. The subconscious mind acts as the soil where we plant our ideas, and positive thoughts are the seeds that determine the type of harvest we will obtain. However, if we allow negative or contradictory thoughts to contaminate this terrain, we run the risk of sabotaging our own efforts. Haanel introduces the concept of mental concentration as an essential component of mental construction. He explains that focus is what gives strength to our ideas. A scattered mind that jumps from one thought to another does not have the power necessary to manifest meaningful results. On the contrary, a focused mind acts like a laser that directs all your energy towards a specific point, increasing your ability to materialize goals. The author also highlights the importance of combining mental construction with action. Although thoughts are the initial cause of everything, they must be supported by coherent actions to translate into tangible results. Haanel explains that action not only reinforces our intentions, but also creates the necessary conditions for our goals to materialize. This balance between thought and action is essential for success. A key point that Haanel addresses is the role of emotions in the mental construction process. He explains that emotions act as a catalyst that amplifies the power of our thoughts. For this reason, it is essential to associate positive emotions such as gratitude, confidence, and enthusiasm with our goals. These emotions not only strengthen our vision, but also keep us motivated and focused. The author introduces the practice of creative visualization as a powerful tool for mental construction. It suggests spending time daily imagining our goals as if they had already been met. This exercise not only sends clear signals to the subconscious, but also strengthens our confidence and aligns our actions with our vision. Haanel emphasizes that visualization must be a continuous and consistent process to be effective. Another important aspect that Haanel addresses is the need to eliminate limiting beliefs. He explains that many people fail in their efforts because they harbor unconscious beliefs that conflict with their goals. For example, someone who desires financial abundance but believes that money is bad will find it difficult to attract wealth. Identifying and replacing these limiting beliefs is an essential step in the mind-building process. Haanel also talks about the law of mental gestation, which states that everything has a maturation time. Just as a seed needs time to grow and become a tree, our goals also require patience and perseverance. The author encourages us to trust the process and continue working toward our goals, even when the results are not immediate. The chapter concludes with a reflection on the responsibility that mental construction implies.
Haanel reminds us that by
taking control of our minds, we take full responsibility for our lives. This means that we cannot blame external circumstances for our difficulties, but rather we must look inward and adjust our thoughts and actions to create the change we desire. The central message of this chapter is clear. Mental construction is the process through which we design and create our lives. By combining clear, positive thoughts with strong emotions, focus, and action, we can manifest our goals and live according to our highest purpose. Haanel invites us to adopt this process as a daily practice, trusting in its ability to transform our reality in a profound and lasting way. Chapter 10. Controlling Thought for Success. In this chapter, Charles F. Haanel focuses on the importance of controlling our thoughts to achieve success. According to the author, the mind is an extremely powerful instrument, but to use it effectively, we must learn to consciously direct and control it. This chapter offers practical guidance on how to master thinking, eliminate destructive mental patterns, and focus our mental energy toward our goals. Haanel begins by stating that uncontrolled thinking is the main cause of failure and frustration. He explains that just as a river flowing without a defined channel can cause chaos and destruction, a mind that operates without direction produces disorderly and inconsistent results. On the contrary, when we learn to control our thoughts, we can channel our mental energy towards specific goals and achieve extraordinary results. The author emphasizes that thought control begins with mental self-discipline. This discipline involves being aware of the thoughts we harbor and being selective about which ones we allow to remain in our minds. Each thought has a direct influence on our emotions, decisions, and actions, so it is essential to choose positive and constructive thoughts that are aligned with our goals. Haanel introduces the concept of mental observation, a practice that consists of observing our thoughts without judging them. This practice allows us to identify negative or limiting patterns that may be sabotaging our progress. Once we are aware of these thoughts, we can replace them with more positive and empowering ideas. This process requires time and effort, but is essential to developing thought control. Another key point that Haanel addresses is the relationship between thought and concentration. He explains that a scattered mind, which constantly jumps from one thought to another, loses its creative power. On the contrary, a focused mind has the ability to intensify its energy and produce faster and more effective results. Haanel suggests dedicating time daily to concentration exercises, such as focusing on an object, idea, or word for a set period of time. The author also talks about the importance of eliminating negative thinking. It explains that negative thoughts, such as fear, doubt, and criticism, act as obstacles that block our progress. These thoughts generate negative vibrations that not only affect our mindset, but also attract unfavorable circumstances. To counteract this, Haanel recommends practicing gratitude and positive affirmations as ways to reprogram the mind. A crucial aspect of thought control is creative visualization. Haanel reaffirms that visualizing our goals with clarity and detail is a powerful way to focus the mind on what we want to achieve. Visualization not only strengthens our confidence, but also acts as a compass that directs our actions towards our goals. This process must be accompanied by positive emotions and unwavering faith in our ability to achieve what we want. Haanel emphasizes that controlling thinking also involves developing the ability to ignore distractions and negative external influences. He explains that many people allow the opinions and criticisms of others to affect their confidence and divert their focus. Thought control requires the ability to remain steadfast in our goals, regardless of external circumstances. Another important point that the author addresses is the relationship between thought control and perseverance. He explains that success is not achieved overnight, but through constant and sustained effort. By learning to maintain our focus on our goals, even in the face of challenges and setbacks, we develop the resilience necessary to overcome any obstacle. The chapter concludes with a reflection on the transformative power of controlled thinking. Haanel reminds us that each thought is a seed that we plant in the soil of our mind. By controlling our thoughts, we consciously choose which seeds we want to plant, ensuring that they will produce a harvest of success, abundance, and fulfillment. The final message of this chapter is clear. Thought control is the key to unlocking our potential and achieving success. By learning to consciously direct our minds, we can overcome limitations, attract opportunities, and create a life that reflects our highest aspirations. Haanel invites us to adopt this principle as a daily practice, trusting in its ability to transform not only our circumstances, but also our perception and experience of life. Chapter 11. The Power of Faith and Persistence. In this chapter, Charles F. Haanel explores the crucial role of faith and persistence in creating a successful and meaningful life. According to the author, faith is not simply a passive belief, but an active and dynamic force that drives our thoughts, emotions, and actions towards our goals. Combined with persistence, faith, it becomes an unstoppable power that allows us to overcome obstacles, stay focused, and achieve success in any area of our life. Haanel begins by defining faith as an unwavering confidence in our abilities and in the universal laws that govern the universe. Faith, he explains, is more than just a hope or a wish. It is the certainty that we can achieve our goals, even when we do not see immediate results. This certainty is essential to keep us motivated and focused, especially in the face of challenges and difficulties. The author emphasizes that faith is not an innate trait, but rather a skill that can be developed through practice and repetition. One of the most effective methods to strengthen faith is through positive thinking and affirmations. By repeating thoughts and statements that reinforce our confidence in our abilities, we begin to program our subconscious mind to believe in our goals and work toward them. Haanel also addresses the role of visualization in the development of faith. He explains that by imagining our goals as if they had already been achieved, we activate a feeling of confidence and enthusiasm that reinforces our faith. This practice not only helps us stay focused on our goals, but also sends clear signals to our subconscious mind and the universal mind, aligning our actions with our intentions. The author introduces the concept of persistence as the essential complement of faith. While faith gives us the confidence to begin, persistence gives us the strength to continue even when we face challenges or failures. Haanel explains that the path to success is rarely linear. It is full of obstacles, setbacks, and lessons. Persistence is what allows us to move forward, learning and growing with each experience. Haanel emphasizes that persistence does not mean simply mindlessly repeating actions, but rather adapting and adjusting when necessary. Flexibility is an important part of persistence, as it allows us to find new solutions and approaches when previous strategies don't work. This combination of determination and adaptability is what allows us to overcome even the most difficult challenges. The author also addresses the relationship between faith, persistence, and emotions. He explains that negative emotions, such as fear and doubt, are the greatest enemies of faith and persistence. These emotions generate negative vibrations that block our progress and divert us from our goals. To counteract them, Haanel suggests practicing gratitude, positive thinking, and self-empowerment, creating an emotional state that strengthens our determination and confidence. Haanel introduces the idea of the law of cumulative effort, which states that every small step we take toward our goals adds up, creating a cumulative effect that eventually produces significant results. This law reminds us that even the smallest efforts are important and that constant progress, however slow, is better than inaction. Persistence, the author explains, is what allows us to take advantage of this law to achieve our long-term goals. Another important point that Haanel addresses is the importance of having a clear vision and a defined purpose. Faith and persistence are most effective when directed towards specific and meaningful goals. A clear vision gives us a sense of direction and purpose, while purpose provides us with the motivation to stay focused and committed, even in the most difficult of times. The chapter concludes with a reflection on the relationship between faith, persistence, and success. Haanel reminds us that success is not the result of an isolated effort, but of a continuous commitment to our goals. Faith gives us the confidence to begin, and persistence gives us the strength to keep going, overcoming any obstacle that comes our way. The central message of this chapter is clear. Faith and persistence are the keys to unlocking our potential and achieving our most ambitious goals. By cultivating an unwavering faith in our abilities and combining it with constant determination, we can overcome any challenge, transform our circumstances, and create a life that reflects our highest aspirations. Haanel invites us to adopt these principles as a daily practice, trusting in their power to guide us toward success and personal fulfillment. Chapter 12. How to overcome fear and limiting beliefs. In this chapter, Charles F. Haanel addresses one of the biggest obstacles to success and personal fulfillment: fear and limiting beliefs. According to the author, these negative forces operate as invisible barriers that prevent us from achieving our goals and realizing our full potential. However, Haanel also affirms that these barriers are not insurmountable and offers us practical strategies to identify, confront, and overcome them. Haanel begins by defining fear as a destructive emotion that paralyzes our mind, limits our ability to act, and distances us from our goals. He explains that fear is, at its core, a creation of the mind, based on thoughts of doubt and insecurity. Although fear may seem real in the moment, most of the time it is based on imaginary scenarios or assumptions that have no basis in reality. The author emphasizes that fear has a direct effect not only on our mentality, but also on our external circumstances. Explain that, according to the law of attraction, fearful thoughts generate negative vibrations that attract unfavorable outcomes. For this reason, it is essential to learn to recognize and replace fearful thoughts with positive and constructive ideas. Haanel introduces the concept of limiting beliefs as another important barrier. Limiting beliefs are deeply held ideas that we have accepted as truths, even though they are not. These beliefs, many of which were formed during childhood or through past experiences, act as filters that determine how we perceive the world and what we consider possible. Common examples of limiting beliefs include thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," "money is hard to earn," or "I don't deserve success." To overcome these barriers, Haanel suggests a three-step approach: identification, analysis, and replacement. The first step is to identify both fears and limiting beliefs. This requires a process of introspection and self-observation to detect thought patterns that are sabotaging us. The second step is to analyze these ideas, asking ourselves if they have a real basis or if they're simply assumptions or inherited ideas. Finally, the third step is to replace these negative beliefs and thoughts with positive, empowering affirmations. The author emphasizes that positive thinking is a powerful tool to combat fear. He explains that by focusing our mind on constructive and optimistic thoughts, we automatically displace fearful thoughts and create a stronger and more resilient state of mind. Haanel suggests practicing daily affirmations that boost our confidence and remind us of our power to overcome any challenge. Haanel also addresses the importance of facing fear directly. He explains that avoiding fear only makes it stronger, while facing it weakens it. It suggests adopting a mindset of curiosity and courage, seeing every fear as an opportunity to grow and learn. By taking small actions to face what we fear, we begin to dismantle the power of fear and build self-confidence. An important aspect that Haanel mentions is the role of visualization in overcoming fear. He explains that by imagining challenging situations with a positive outcome, we can train our minds to respond with confidence instead of fear. This process not only strengthens our mindset, but also prepares us to handle real challenges calmly and clearly. Haanel introduces the idea that gratitude can also be a powerful tool for overcoming fear and limiting beliefs. When we practice gratitude, we shift our focus from what we lack or fear to what we already have and value. This practice not only reduces anxiety, but also helps us cultivate a mindset of abundance and possibility. The author reflects on the relationship between fear and faith. He explains that fear and faith cannot coexist. When we cultivate unwavering faith in our abilities and universal laws, fear loses its power. This faith allows us to face challenges with confidence, knowing that we have the internal and external resources to overcome any obstacle. The chapter concludes with a call to action. Identify the fears and limiting beliefs that are holding us back and take concrete steps to overcome them. Haanel reminds us that although these obstacles may seem large, they are not insurmountable. With practice, perseverance, and a positive mindset, we can dismantle any barriers that prevent us from achieving our goals. The central message of this chapter is clear. Fear and limiting beliefs are barriers that we can overcome with the right mindset and tools. By facing them bravely, replacing them with positive thoughts, and cultivating a strong faith in our abilities, we unlock our potential and create a life full of possibilities. Haanel invites us to begin this process today, trusting in our ability to overcome any challenge and build a life that reflects our highest aspirations. Chapter 13. The Path to Abundance and Prosperity. In this chapter, Charles F. Haanel guides us through the fundamental principles of achieving abundance and prosperity. He explains that these are not mere coincidences or privileges reserved for a few, but rather natural results of living in alignment with the universal laws of thought, action, and attraction. Haanel presents a practical roadmap to transform our mindset and circumstances, allowing us to create a life of abundance in all its forms. Haanel begins by emphasizing that abundance is not limited to material wealth. Although money is an important part, true abundance includes inner peace, meaningful relationships, health, personal growth, and overall satisfaction with life. Achieving this comprehensive abundance requires a combination of positive mindset, consistent action, and connection to universal principles. The author points out that the first step towards abundance is to develop an abundance mentality. This means replacing thoughts of lack, such as "I don't have enough" or "life is hard," with ideas of possibility and gratitude. The abundance mindset allows us to see opportunities rather than limitations, and this perspective creates a positive vibration that attracts more reasons to feel abundant. Haanel introduces the concept of the law of abundance, which states that the universe is inherently abundant and that there are more than enough resources for everyone. However, to access this abundance, we must align ourselves with its principles. This means letting go of limiting beliefs, such as the idea that wealth is hard to come by or that we don't deserve it, and adopting a view of trust in the universe's limitless supply. The author emphasizes the importance of gratitude as an essential practice for cultivating abundance. He explains that when we appreciate what we already have, we activate a flow of positive energy that attracts even more reasons to feel grateful. Gratitude also helps us stay focused on the positive, reinforcing our abundance mentality and strengthening our connection to universal laws. Another crucial point Haanel addresses is the role of purpose in creating abundance. It states that the most lasting and meaningful prosperity comes when we align our goals with a higher purpose. This not only motivates us to act with determination, but also connects us to a source of creative energy that propels us toward our goals. When we live with purpose, our actions are full of meaning, and this attracts success in all its forms. Haanel also explains that action is a fundamental component of the path to prosperity.
Although
Positive thoughts and affirmations are important, they must be accompanied by concrete steps toward our goals. Coherent and consistent action creates a cycle of energy that reinforces our intentions and brings us closer to realization of our aspirations. The key, according to Haanel, is to act with confidence, even when the results are not immediate. The author introduces the idea of creative visualization as a powerful tool for manifesting abundance. It suggests that we spend time daily imagining our goals achieved, experiencing the emotions of success and gratitude as if they were already a reality. This process not only reinforces our confidence in our ability to achieve prosperity, but also sends clear signals to the subconscious mind and the universe about our intentions. Haanel also addresses the importance of overcoming limiting beliefs related to money and wealth. He explains that many people have negative associations with money, such as the idea that it is bad or corrupt. These beliefs act as blocks that prevent us from attracting prosperity. To counteract them, the author suggests reflecting on the positive role of money as a tool to create opportunities, contribute to the well-being of others, and live a fuller life. The author emphasizes that generosity is a key aspect of abundance. He explains that when we give to others sincerely and without expecting anything in return, we create a constant flow of energy that inevitably returns to us multiplied. Generosity not only strengthens our relationships, it also reinforces our connection to universal abundance, creating a positive cycle of giving and receiving. Haanel concludes this chapter with a call to action: adopt the principles of abundance and prosperity as a daily practice. It encourages us to observe our thoughts, replace limiting ideas with positive affirmations, act with purpose, and trust in the universal laws that govern abundance. In doing so, we not only transform our circumstances, but also our perception of what is possible. The central message of this chapter is clear: abundance and prosperity are available to all those who are willing to align themselves with its principles. By developing an abundance mindset, acting with purpose, and practicing gratitude and generosity, we can unlock a continuous flow of wealth and fulfillment in our lives. Haanel invites us to begin this journey today, trusting in our ability to create a life rich in every sense. Chapter 14. The impact of positive thinking. In this chapter, Charles F. Haanel delves into the crucial role of positive thinking as a transformative force in our lives. It explains how our thoughts shape our emotions, actions, and ultimately our circumstances. Haanel argues that positive thinking is not only a desirable state of mind, but an essential tool for success, happiness, and personal fulfillment. Haanel begins by describing positive thinking as the ability to focus on favorable possibilities, solutions, and outcomes, regardless of external circumstances. It highlights that the human mind has a natural inclination towards negativity due to fears, worries, and past conditioning, but this inclination can be overcome with practice and discipline. Adopting a positive attitude does not mean ignoring challenges, but facing them with confidence and creativity. The author emphasizes that positive thinking generates a mental vibration that attracts positive results. According to the law of attraction, the thoughts we cultivate in our conscious mind act like a magnet, attracting people, opportunities, and circumstances that are in tune with them. This means that by practicing positive thinking, we create a mental environment that encourages success and abundance. Haanel addresses the relationship between positive thinking and our emotions. He explains that constructive thoughts generate positive emotions, such as joy, gratitude, and enthusiasm, which motivate us to act and persevere. These emotions also strengthen our resilience, allowing us to face challenges with a proactive mindset. On the contrary, negative thoughts generate emotions such as fear and doubt, which paralyze us and limit our potential. The author introduces the idea that positive thinking also has physical benefits. It explains that a positive mind contributes to general well-being by reducing stress, improving health, and strengthening the immune system. When we think positively, we send signals to our body that promote relaxation and balance, which helps us stay in an optimal state to face life. Haanel suggests several practices to develop positive thinking as a daily habit. One of the most effective is gratitude. By focusing on what we already have and valuing it, we train our minds to look for the positive in any situation. Gratitude not only helps us feel happier, it also strengthens our connection to the universal forces of abundance. Another key practice he mentions is the use of positive affirmations. These statements, repeated frequently, act as powerful reminders of our goals and capabilities. For example, saying, "I am capable of overcoming any challenge," or "I am attracting opportunities into my life," helps us replace negative thoughts with empowering ideas. The author also highlights the importance of surrounding yourself with people and environments that encourage positive thinking. He explains that the people we interact with have a significant influence on our mindset. Therefore, it is essential to surround ourselves with individuals who share an optimistic vision and who support us in our personal and professional growth. Haanel addresses the importance of visualization in cultivating positive thinking. It suggests spending time daily imagining our goals achieved, with clarity and emotion, thus reinforcing our confidence in our ability to achieve them. Visualization not only strengthens our positive thinking, but also helps us stay focused and motivated. Another key point that the author mentions is the need to monitor our internal conversation. He explains that many people are their own worst critics, filling their minds with thoughts of doubt and self-criticism. To counteract this, Haanel encourages us to practice self-compassion and speak to ourselves with words of support and encouragement. The author concludes the chapter by emphasizing that positive thinking is a choice we make every day. Although we cannot always control our external circumstances, we can always control our reaction to them. By choosing positive thoughts, we create a state of mind that allows us to approach any situation with confidence, creativity, and determination. The final message of this chapter is clear. Positive thinking is a powerful tool to transform our lives. By cultivating this habit, we not only improve our mindset and emotions, but we also create the conditions necessary for success and happiness. Haanel invites us to adopt positive thinking as a daily practice, trusting in its ability to guide us toward a full and satisfying life. Chapter 15. The importance of mental habits. In this chapter, Charles F. Haanel highlights the importance of habits of mind as the foundation on which we build our lives. It explains that the thoughts we constantly repeat, whether positive or negative, become mental patterns that shape our emotions, decisions, and actions. These habits, in turn, determine the results we experience in our daily lives. Haanel guides us on how to identify, transform, and cultivate mental habits that allow us to achieve our goals and live with purpose. Haanel begins by stating that the human mind operates largely automatically, guided by thought patterns that we have developed over time. These patterns, or mental habits, are the result of the constant repetition of certain thoughts. For example, if we repeat thoughts of doubt or fear, we develop a mental habit that limits our ability to act with confidence. On the contrary, if we cultivate thoughts of confidence and success, we form a habit that drives us toward achieving our goals. The author emphasizes that mental habits are not permanent. They can be replaced by new, more positive and constructive patterns. However, this process requires conscious and consistent effort. To change a mental habit, we must first become aware of it, identify how it is affecting us, and then take deliberate steps to replace it with thinking more aligned with our aspirations. Haanel introduces the concept of mental self-discipline as the key to transforming mental habits. He explains that we must act as mind keepers, observing the thoughts we allow to enter our conscious mind and discarding those that do not serve us. This practice requires constant vigilance and a commitment to change, but it is essential to developing a mindset that supports our success. The author suggests several strategies to cultivate positive mental habits. One of the most effective is the conscious repetition of positive affirmations. Affirmations are short, powerful statements that reinforce our goals and values. By repeating statements such as, "I have everything I need to be successful," or "I am becoming more close to my goals," we train our subconscious mind to adopt these beliefs as truths, which influences our emotions and behaviors. Another method Haanel recommends is creative visualization. Visualizing our goals with detail and emotion not only helps us stay focused, but also reinforces positive mental habits related to our aspirations. Regular repetition of visualizations strengthens the connection between our conscious and subconscious minds, aligning our actions with our intentions. The author also highlights the importance of replacing negative mental habits rather than simply trying to eliminate them. It explains that our subconscious mind does not respond well to emptiness. If we eliminate a negative thought, we must immediately replace it with a positive thought to prevent the negative one from returning. For example, instead of trying to stop thinking, "I can't do it," we should replace it with, "I am capable and ready to succeed." Haanel addresses the impact of mental habits on our emotions and actions. Explain that the thoughts we constantly repeat generate emotions that reinforce those same thoughts. For example, a habit of thinking about failure generates emotions of discouragement, which lead us to ineffective actions. On the contrary, a habit of thinking about success generates emotions of enthusiasm and motivation, which drive more effective actions. This thought-emotion-action cycle is the core of how mental habits shape our lives. The author introduces the concept of the law of accumulation, which states that every thought, no matter how small, contributes to the overall pattern of our mentality. For this reason, every positive thought we repeat strengthens our positive mental habit, while every negative thought we allow weakens our progress. Understanding this law motivates us to be aware of every thought we feed. Haanel also emphasizes that positive mental habits not only benefit us, but also those around us. A positive mindset radiates energy that impacts our relationships, our environment, and our opportunities. For this reason, cultivating positive mental habits is not only an act of personal growth, but also a gift to the world. The chapter concludes with a reflection on the transformative power of mental habits. Haanel reminds us that change begins in the mind. By taking control our thoughts and cultivating habits of mind that are aligned with our goals, we not only transform our circumstances, but also our perception and experience of life. The central message of this chapter is clear. Mental habits are the basis of our lives. By cultivating them consciously and positively, we can build a life that reflects our highest aspirations. Haanel invites us to begin this process today, adopting daily practices that strengthen our mindset and propel us toward success and personal fulfillment. Chapter 16. How to Develop Concentration and Focus. In this chapter, Charles F. Haanel delves into the importance of concentration and focus as fundamental pillars for success and personal development. Explains that our mind, like light, can act in a dispersed or concentrated way. When our attention is scattered, our efforts are diluted and results are limited. On the contrary, when we learn to focus our attention deliberately, we can harness the full power of our mind to achieve our goals and overcome any challenge. Haanel defines concentration as the ability to maintain attention on a single thought, task, or goal, to the exclusion of everything else. It is an ability that not only allows us to be more effective at what we do, but also strengthens our mind, improves our creativity, and connects us more deeply to our intentions and purposes. According to the author, concentration is an art that must be practiced and developed, as it is the key to unlocking the unlimited power of the mind. The power of the focused mind. Haanel begins by explaining that the human mind has immense potential, but this potential can only be harnessed when we learn to consciously direct our attention. A scattered mind, constantly jumping from one thought to another, lacks the focus necessary to generate meaningful results. On the other hand, a focused mind acts like a laser beam, directing all its energy toward a specific goal and dramatically increasing its effectiveness. The author introduces the idea that focus not only increases our productivity, but also strengthens our connection to the universal mind. He explains that by focusing on our goals, we send clear and consistent signals to our subconscious mind and the universe, making it easier to manifest our intentions. Concentration, therefore, is not only a practical skill, but also a spiritual tool to align our actions with our highest aspirations. The enemies of concentration. Haanel identifies several common barriers that hinder the development of concentration. One of the most important is distraction. In the modern world, we are constantly surrounded by stimuli that compete for our attention: social networks, email, phone notifications, among others. These distractions fragment our attention and prevent us from staying focused on our priorities. Another barrier is the lack of clarity. When we don't have clear goals or we don't know what is most important, our mind tends to wander and lose focus. For this reason, Haanel emphasizes the importance of defining our goals precisely and establishing a clear plan to achieve them. Having a specific, well-defined vision gives us a sense of direction and purpose, making it easier to focus. The author also mentions negative thinking as an enemy of concentration. Explains that thoughts of doubt, fear, or worry consume a significant amount of mental energy, leaving fewer resources available to focus on our goals. Learning to replace these negative thoughts with positive, constructive ideas is essential to maintaining a clear and focused mind. How to develop concentration. Haanel suggests several practical exercises to strengthen concentration. One of the simplest is to sit in a quiet place and focus your attention on a single object, such as a lit candle, a word, or a mental image. The goal is to keep the mind completely focused on that object for a period of time, ignoring any distractions or intrusive thoughts. This exercise, practiced regularly, helps train the mind to remain focused. Another exercise that he recommends is the practice of meditation. Meditation not only calms the mind, but also teaches us to consciously direct our attention. By meditating, we learn to observe our thoughts without becoming attached to them, allowing us to develop greater mental clarity and deeper focus on our goals. Meditation, explains Haanel, is a powerful tool to strengthen the mind and improve our ability to concentrate. The author also addresses the importance of establishing an environment that encourages focus. He suggests eliminating or minimizing external distractions as much as possible, such as turning off phone notifications, working in a quiet place, and organizing our workspace. Creating an environment that supports concentration allows us to make the most of our mental energy. The role of self-discipline. Haanel emphasizes that concentration cannot be developed without self-discipline. He explains that to stay focused, we must learn to resist the temptations and distractions that constantly compete for our attention. Self-discipline is the ability to prioritize what is important over what is immediate, to say no to what does not serve us, and to stay committed to our goals, even when it is difficult. The author introduces the concept of mental economy, which involves using our mental energy efficiently. He explains that every thought consumes energy, so we must be selective about where we direct our attention. Constantly thinking about unnecessary problems or worries drains our mental energy and reduces our ability to focus on what really matters. Benefits of concentration. Haanel details the many benefits of developing concentration. He explains that a focused mind is not only more productive but also more creative. When we focus on a task or a problem for an extended period of time, our mind begins to explore new connections and solutions that would not be evident otherwise. This level of deep focus is what allows great inventors, artists, and leaders to achieve extraordinary results. Additionally, concentration helps us enjoy our experiences and relationships more fully. When we are fully present in the moment, we can better appreciate and take advantage of every opportunity that comes our way. Concentration, therefore, not only improves our effectiveness, but also our quality of life. Final reflection. The chapter concludes with a reflection on the importance of concentration as an essential skill for success. Haanel reminds us that focus is not something that is achieved overnight, but rather a habit that is developed with practice and patience. By learning to focus on what really matters, we not only achieve more, but we also live more intentionally and aligned with our goals. The central message of this chapter is clear. Concentration and focus are fundamental skills to unlock our potential and achieve our goals. By practicing them consistently, we can direct all our mental energy towards our goals and transform our circumstances. Haanel invites us to begin this process today, adopting practices and habits that strengthen our minds and bring us closer to success in all areas of our lives. Chapter 17. The balance between the conscious and subconscious mind. In this chapter, Charles F. Haanel explores the relationship between the conscious and subconscious minds, two fundamental aspects of our minds that, when in balance, allow us to achieve success and personal fulfillment. It explains that these two parts of the mind must work in harmony to maximize our potential and manifest our goals. The imbalance between them can generate internal conflicts, blockages, and unwanted results. Haanel begins by describing the functions and characteristics of each part of the mind. The conscious mind is the analytical, logical, and deliberate part. It is responsible for making decisions, analyzing information, and directing our actions intentionally. On the other hand, the subconscious mind is the storehouse of our beliefs, emotions, and habits. It acts automatically and responds to the instructions it receives from the conscious mind. The author emphasizes that, although the conscious mind has the ability to choose and decide, it is the subconscious mind that executes those decisions and turns them into tangible results. This means that our subconscious beliefs play a crucial role in manifesting our goals. If the instructions sent by the conscious mind conflict with the beliefs deeply held in the subconscious mind, the subconscious will tend to prevail, generating resistance and blockages. The importance of balance. Haanel explains that balance between the conscious and subconscious mind is achieved when our conscious thoughts are aligned with our subconscious beliefs. This state of harmony creates a flow of energy that facilitates the manifestation of our goals. On the contrary, imbalance occurs when our subconscious beliefs, such as fear, doubt, or limiting beliefs, contradict our conscious intentions, resulting in a state of internal conflict. The author introduces the concept of mental reprogramming as a way to resolve this conflict. Reprogramming involves identifying and changing subconscious beliefs that are at odds with our goals. This is achieved through the repetition of positive thoughts, affirmations, and visualizations that reinforce our conscious intentions. By doing so, we create a new mental script that aligns our subconscious beliefs with our goals. How to influence the subconscious mind. Haanel describes several practical techniques to influence the subconscious mind and achieve balance with a conscious mind. 1. Positive affirmations. Affirmations are short, powerful statements that reinforce our goals and values. By repeating affirmations such as, "I am capable and worthy of success," or "I am on the path to abundance," we send clear messages to the subconscious mind, reprogramming it to support our conscious intentions. 2. Creative visualization. Imagining our goals fulfilled with clarity and emotion is a powerful way to communicate our intentions to the subconscious mind. This process not only strengthens our confidence, but also aligns our actions with our goals. 3. Meditation. Meditation helps us calm the conscious mind and access a state of deep relaxation where the subconscious mind is more receptive. During meditation, we can focus on our goals and affirmations to strengthen our connection with the subconscious. 4. Repetition and consistency. The subconscious responds to repetition. By repeating positive thoughts and practices like visualization daily, we strengthen our connection to the subconscious and create new thought patterns. The subconscious mind as an executor. Haanel emphasizes that although the conscious mind is responsible for choosing our goals, it is the subconscious mind that makes them a reality. The subconscious operates as an automatic system that acts on the beliefs and instructions it receives. For this reason, it is essential to ensure that our subconscious beliefs are aligned with our goals and values. The author also addresses the role of emotions in communicating with the subconscious mind. Explains that emotions act as an amplifier that reinforces the messages sent to the subconscious. Thoughts loaded with positive emotions, such as enthusiasm, gratitude, and confidence have a much greater impact than neutral thoughts. For this reason, it is essential to associate our goals with positive emotions to maximize their impact. How to overcome subconscious blocks. Haanel describes how to identify and overcome subconscious blocks that may be sabotaging our progress. These blocks often manifest as negative thinking patterns, self-criticism, or persistent doubts. To overcome them, the author suggests 1. Self-observation. Become aware of our thoughts and emotions to identify negative or limiting patterns. 2. Replacing thoughts. Replace negative thoughts with positive affirmations and visualizations. 3. Practice of gratitude. Focusing on what we already have and appreciating it helps change our perspective and strengthen a positive mindset. 4. Perseverance. Changing subconscious beliefs takes time and effort. It is important to be consistent and patient in this process. The impact of balance in our lives. Haanel concludes the chapter by reflecting on the benefits of achieving a balance between the conscious and subconscious mind. This state of harmony not only facilitates the manifestation of our goals, but also provides us with greater clarity, inner peace, and confidence in our abilities. A balanced mind allows us to make better decisions, overcome challenges more easily, and live in alignment with our values and purpose. The central message of this chapter is clear. The balance between the conscious and subconscious mind is essential to unlocking our potential and achieving our goals. By working in this harmony, we create a constant flow of energy that propels us towards success and personal fulfillment. Haanel invites us to practice the techniques described and to cultivate this balance as a daily habit, trusting in its ability to transform our lives in a profound and lasting way. Chapter 18. The connection with the universal mind. In this chapter, Charles F. Haanel delves into one of the central concepts of the master key system, the universal mind. He explains that this mind is an infinite source of power, wisdom, and creativity that is available to everyone, and that our ability to connect with it determines the level of success, happiness, and fulfillment we experience in life. Haanel describes how we can establish and strengthen this connection, and how to harness its energy to transform our circumstances. The nature of the universal mind. Haanel describes the universal mind as an omnipresent intelligence that permeates the entire universe. It is the creative principle behind all existence, responsible for the formation and organization of everything we see. According to the author, this mind is available to everyone, but many do not take advantage of it due to disconnection caused by negative thoughts, limiting beliefs, and lack of knowledge. The author emphasizes that although the universal mind is infinite, our ability to harness its power depends on our mindset. A focused, disciplined mind aligned with positive principles has deeper access to this source of energy. On the contrary, a mind distracted or dominated by negative emotions creates barriers that make this connection difficult. How the connection works. Haanel explains that our subconscious mind acts as a channel that connects our individual mind to the universal mind. When we learn to calm our conscious mind and direct our thoughts in a positive way, we open this channel and allow inspiration, ideas, and solutions to flow to us. This connection not only helps us overcome obstacles, but also allows us to manifest our goals more quickly and effectively. The author introduces the concept of resonance, explaining that the universal mind responds to the quality of our mental vibrations. Positive, focused, emotionally charged thoughts create a resonance that draws creative energy from the universal mind. On the other hand, negative thoughts block this flow, limiting our ability to harness its power. Tools to connect with the universal mind. Haanel presents several tools and practices to strengthen our connection with the universal mind. 1. Meditation. Meditation helps us calm the conscious mind, allowing our subconscious mind to align with the energy of the universal mind. During meditation, we can focus our attention on our goals or simply enter a state of stillness to receive inspiration. 2. Creative visualization. Imagining our goals fulfilled with clarity and emotion not only strengthens our connection with the subconscious mind, but also sends clear signals to the universal mind about our intentions. 3. Affirmations. Positive affirmations reinforce our confidence in our ability to connect with the universal mind and receive its creative energy. Statements like, I am connected to an infinite source of power and wisdom help us cultivate this connection. 4. Practice of gratitude. Gratitude raises our mental vibration and strengthens our connection with the universal mind. Appreciating what we already have puts us in a state of reception and alignment with the creative forces of the universe. The role of faith. Haanel emphasizes that faith is an essential component of establishing a strong connection with the universal mind. Faith is not just a passive belief, but an active trust in our ability to tap into this source of infinite energy. Faith eliminates doubts and fears, which are the main barriers to connection, and allow us to act with confidence and determination. The author suggests that we practice faith through the repetition of positive thoughts and constant visualization of our goals. This process not only reinforces our trust in the universal mind, but also strengthens our belief in our ability to overcome any challenge. How the universal mind transforms our lives. Haanel explains that when we are connected to the universal mind, we experience a profound transformation in all aspects of our lives. Ideas and solutions flow to us easily. Our relationships improve, and opportunities seem to appear out of nowhere. This transformation is not magical, but the result of aligning our mental vibrations with the creative forces of the universe. The author also mentions that the connection with the universal mind gives us access to an infinite source of energy and creativity. This energy drives us to act with confidence, overcome obstacles, and achieve goals that previously seemed impossible. Furthermore, it allows us to live in a state of inner peace and satisfaction, regardless of external circumstances. Common barriers and how to overcome them. Haanel identifies several common barriers that make connecting with the universal mind difficult. 1. Negative thoughts. Thoughts of fear, doubt, and worry block the flow of creative energy. To overcome them, we must practice positive thinking and replace limiting beliefs with empowering affirmations. 2. Lack of clarity. The universal mind responds to clarity and precision. If our goals are vague or contradictory, our connection will be weak. It is essential to define our goals clearly and maintain a constant focus on them. 3. External distractions. In a world full of stimuli, it is easy to lose focus. Creating time and space for introspection, meditation, and visualization is crucial to strengthening our connection. Chapter Reflection. Haanel concludes the chapter by emphasizing that the universal mind is an infinite source of possibilities, but we must learn to align with it to harness its power. This connection not only transforms our external circumstances, but also elevates our consciousness and allows us to live in harmony with universal laws. The final message of this chapter is clear. We all have access to the universal mind, but we must take conscious steps to establish and strengthen this connection. In doing so, we unlock a constant flow of energy, creativity, and opportunity that allows us to live with purpose and fulfillment. Haanel invites us to practice the techniques described and trust in our ability to connect with this infinite source of power and wisdom. Chapter 19. Purpose and Visualization in Action. In this chapter, Charles F. Haanel explores the importance of having a clear purpose and using visualization as a powerful tool to translate our goals into action. He explains that purpose acts as a compass that guides our decisions and actions, while visualization reinforces our intentions, connects our subconscious mind with our goals, and facilitates the manifestation of desired results. The power of a clear purpose. Haanel begins by emphasizing that having a clear purpose is critical to success in any area of life. A purpose not only gives us direction, but also provides the motivation and focus needed to overcome obstacles and stay on track toward our goals. Without a defined purpose, our energy tends to disperse, making it difficult to achieve meaningful results. The author emphasizes that the purpose must be specific and personal. Vague goals, such as, I want to be successful or I want to be happy, lack the clarity necessary to direct our actions. In contrast, a well-defined purpose, such as, I want to build a successful business in the next 5 years, or I want to improve my physical health by exercising 3 times a week, provides us with a clear vision that we can pursue with determination. Haanel also addresses the relationship between purpose and motivation. He explains that when we are deeply connected to our purpose, we find the energy and determination to act, even in times of difficulty. This connection helps us stay committed to our goals and overcome any challenges that come our way. Visualization as a tool for action. The author introduces visualization as an essential complement to the purpose. Visualization, according to Haanel, is the process of imagining our goals as if they had already been achieved, experiencing the emotions and sensations associated with the achievement. This practice not only boosts our confidence, but also aligns our subconscious mind with our intentions, increasing the likelihood of success. Haanel explains that visualization works because the subconscious mind does not distinguish between reality and the vivid images we create in our minds. By consistently visualizing our goals, we train our subconscious mind to accept these images as truths, which influences our actions and decisions in a positive way. For the visualization to be effective, the author suggests following these steps. 1. Clarity. Define your goal in detail. The more specific the mental image, the more effective the visualization will be. 2. Emotion. Associate positive emotions, such as joy, gratitude, and enthusiasm, with the image of your goal achieved. Emotions amplify the impact of visualization on the subconscious mind. 3. Repetition. Practice visualization regularly, ideally every day. Repetition reinforces the connections between the conscious and subconscious mind. 4. Confidence. Believe firmly in your ability to achieve your goal. Doubt and fear can weaken the effectiveness of visualization. Integration of purpose and visualization. Haanel emphasizes that purpose and visualization must work together. While purpose gives us direction, visualization helps us stay focused and motivated, reinforcing our connection to our goals. Together, these elements create a strong framework for effective action and sustained success. The author explains that this process is not limited to establishing material goals. It can also be applied to emotional, spiritual, and relational goals. For example, if our purpose is to improve our relationships, we can visualize positive interactions where we feel connected, loved, and supported. The role of action in the creative process. Although purpose and visualization are essential, Haanel emphasizes that they must be accompanied by action. He explains that many people confuse visualization with a passive process, but in reality, it is a tool to inspire and guide our actions. Coherent and consistent action is what turns our goals into reality. The author introduces the concept of inspired action, which is action that arises from clear purpose and effective visualization. This action is not forced or impulsive, but rather flows naturally from our connection to our goals. By acting from this state of alignment, we not only work more effectively, but we also attract resources, people, and opportunities that support us on our path. How to overcome obstacles. Haanel also addresses how to face the challenges and setbacks that arise on the path to our goals. He explains that when we are aligned with a clear purpose and practice visualization, we develop a resilient mindset that allows us to see obstacles as opportunities for learning and growth. The author suggests maintaining a flexible approach, adapting our strategies as necessary without losing sight of our end goal. She also recommends practicing gratitude and maintaining a positive attitude, even in the face of difficulties, to strengthen our connection with our goals and stay motivated. Chapter Reflection. Haanel concludes the chapter by highlighting that purpose and visualization are powerful tools for creating a life full of meaning, success, and fulfillment. By combining a clear purpose with the regular practice of visualization and inspired action, we can overcome any barriers and manifest our goals with confidence and effectiveness. The central message of this chapter is clear. Purpose and visualization, supported by action, are the pillars of success. By integrating them into our daily lives, we unlock our full potential and create a life that reflects our highest aspirations. Haanel invites us to reflect on our purpose, practice visualization, and act with determination to transform our goals into reality. Chapter 20. The Final Mastery. Becoming a Conscious Creator. In the final chapter of the Master Key System, Charles F. Haanel culminates his work with a powerful reflection on personal transformation and self-realization. This chapter guides us toward the ultimate goal, becoming conscious creators of our reality, using the power of the mind in alignment with universal laws. Haanel explains that true mastery is not found in external control, but in the internal mastery of our thoughts, emotions, and actions. The path to mastery Haanel begins by highlighting that mastery is not a destination, but rather a continuous process of learning, practice, and growth. Throughout the book, we have learned to use tools such as concentration, visualization, affirmations, and connecting with the universal mind. In this chapter, Haanel integrates these concepts to show us how to live consciously, intentionally, and in alignment with our highest purposes. The author emphasizes that becoming a conscious creator means taking full responsibility for our lives. This means recognizing that our current circumstances are the result of our past thoughts and beliefs. By accepting this truth, we realize that we also have the power to change our reality by changing our mindset and our actions. The balance between mind, body, and spirit to achieve mastery, Haanel emphasizes the importance of balancing the three fundamental aspects of our being: mind, body, and spirit. Explain that these three elements are interconnected and that an imbalance in one of them affects the others. For example, a restless mind can cause physical stress, while an unhealthy body can limit our ability to concentrate and creativity. The author suggests specific practices to nourish each aspect: mind, cultivate positive thinking, practice concentration and visualization, and stay focused on clear goals. Body, adopt healthy habits such as regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate rest. Spirit, connect with the universal mind through meditation, gratitude, and introspection. By maintaining a balance between these three aspects, we create a solid foundation to manifest our goals and live in harmony with universal laws. The importance of clear intention. Haanel highlights that one of the keys to mastery is having a clear intention. He explains that the universe responds to our intentions precisely, but if our intentions are vague or contradictory, the results will be equally confusing. A clear intention gives us direction, focus, and purpose, making it easier to manifest our goals. The author suggests that we regularly spend time reflecting on our goals and adjusting them as necessary. This ensures that our intentions are aligned with our deepest values and desires. Action as an expression of intention. Although intention and visualization are essential, Haanel emphasizes that they must be accompanied by action. It explains that action is the way we transform our ideas and thoughts into tangible results. Without action, our goals remain mere possibilities. The author introduces the concept of conscious action, which involves acting from a state of alignment and focus. Conscious action is not impulsive or forced, but fluid and in harmony with our goals and intentions. This type of action is not only more effective, but also more satisfying. The role of service in mastery. Haanel reflects on the role of service to others as an essential component of mastery. He explains that the highest purpose in life is not only personal achievement, but also contributing to the well-being of others. When we live with a spirit of generosity and service, we not only improve our own lives, but we also positively impact those around us. The author suggests that we make service a daily practice, seeking ways to help, inspire, and empower others. This approach not only enriches our lives, but also strengthens our connection to the universal mind. Overcome selfishness to achieve inner peace. A crucial point that Haanel addresses is the need to overcome selfishness to achieve inner peace and true mastery. He explains that selfishness creates separation, conflict, and limitation, while generosity and empathy connect us with others and the universe. By freeing our minds from selfishness, we experience greater clarity, freedom, and wholeness. Trust in universal laws. Haanel concludes the chapter by highlighting the importance of trusting in the universal laws that govern life. These laws, such as the law of attraction and the law of cause and effect, are immutable and operate precisely. When we learn to align with them, we become conscious creators of our reality, able to manifest our goals with ease and confidence. The author encourages us to practice patience and perseverance, reminding us that meaningful change takes time. By trusting the process and staying committed to our goals, we unlock a constant flow of energy and creativity that propels us toward success. Chapter reflection. The chapter concludes with a call to action. Adopt mastery as a lifestyle, daily practicing the principles learned in the Master Key system. Haanel reminds us that the power to transform our lives has always been within us. By taking control of our thoughts, emotions, and actions, we become the conscious architects of our destiny. The final message of this book is clear. We all have the ability to live with purpose, create a reality that reflects our highest aspirations, and contribute to the well-being of others. Mastery is not a privilege reserved for a few. It is available to all those who are willing to work on themselves and live in harmony with universal laws. Haanel invites us to begin this journey today, trusting in our power to create a life full of success, abundance, and meaning. We have reached the end of this fascinating journey through the Master Key system, a book designed to transform our understanding of life, the mind, and the power we have within us to shape our reality. Charles F. Haanel leaves us with a profound message. True success and personal fulfillment are not coincidences, but rather results of the conscious alignment between our thoughts, emotions, actions, and the universal laws that govern the universe. Throughout the book, we have learned that our mind is the origin of everything we experience. It all starts with a thought, and by mastering our thoughts, we have the power to transform any aspect of our life. Connection with the universal mind is key to unlocking our unlimited potential. By aligning ourselves with this infinite source of energy, we can attract solutions, opportunities, and resources that allow us to manifest our goals. Visualization, affirmations, gratitude, and conscious action are powerful tools for creating our reality. These practices help us reinforce our intentions and manifest our aspirations more effectively. The final mastery involves living with purpose, balance, and service. By overcoming selfishness and contributing to the well-being of others, we not only improve our lives, but also raise the quality of our relationships and our impact on the world. The legacy of this book is not simply knowledge, but an invitation to action. Haanel encourages us to apply these principles in our daily lives, reminding us that the power to change and grow has always been within us. Every day, every thought, and every decision is an opportunity to move toward our goals and live with greater purpose and meaning. A message for our Audiomentors listeners: this long and detailed summary of the Master Key system has been prepared exclusively for you, with the purpose of bringing you closer to the deepest teachings of this masterpiece of personal development. If you have made it this far, congratulations! You are taking important steps towards your personal transformation. We want to invite you to reflect on everything you have learned and begin to implement these ideas in your life. Remember that knowledge without action is useless. So, start today. Practice visualization, adopt positive thoughts, connect with your purpose, and act with confidence. If you liked this content, subscribe to our Audiomentors channel right now. Here you will find summaries like this of the most influential books on personal growth, motivation, and professional development. Additionally, sharing our content with others who may benefit is a great way to spread this knowledge and help us build a community of learning and improvement. Thank you for joining us on this journey. The power is in your hands. Now, it's your turn to use it to create the life you've always dreamed of. Don't forget to subscribe to Audiomentors and stay tuned for our next book. See you soon!